Okay. Looks like my mic's working. Okay. Uh, so after dealing with the Yostar shit, let me go to desktop to capture. Yeah, so after dealing with the Yostar shit for a while, it looks like tournament organization is just broken. I am currently unable to add additional participants, and at least I don't know if I added myself. I don't think that I did, unfortunately, yesterday because I wasn't finished with my entry at the time. If you were entered into the like the tournament whitelist, you might be able to match right now and play games. I think there were about 20 people that had signed up and were added to the tournament whitelist. It looks like auto matchmaking should work. You can try to play games. I don't know if you should, honestly. Um, the current plan that I have is to see if when I wake up in about, I don't know, 10, 11 hours or so from now, to check if the tournament website is functioning again, add the other players, and then resume for the rest of the weekend as normal. If I can't do that, then I'm looking at likely delaying until next weekend, just so that we get the full 3 days of qualifiers that was initially advertised. I know that there's been issues with people completing their games in the past when delays and shit like this happen. I don't want to really deal with it and have people bitch. I know that it might be inconvenient for people that won't be available next weekend to play qualifiers. Well, if you weren't able to do that, tough shit, because if you won qualifiers, you would have had to play quarter and semifinals anyway. The real issue is if you were otherwise preoccupied on the 29th, but I don't know, or the weekend of the 29th. We'll deal with that when it happens, if it happens. But yeah, check the thread, check the document, and check the sheet in the morning for burger hours, or like 12 or so hours from now for your euros to see what's going on. Okay, that's out of the way. We have a record number of participants. I think we're up to 45 participants this year for arts and crafts. I think that's a record. I'm pretty sure it is. I don't have the gallery voting page ready. That will need to be done after the stream. I will post that in the thread as well as put it on the document. I got to go through and create like the little tile icons and then update the gallery ranking site before I start that. I want to say thank you to everyone that participated, and let's see, I think that's about all of the formalities that I have to do. So now it's OC inspection. So we are starting with 156 and we go all the way up to 200. I think that I have everyone here. If I don't, well, let's just double check like one more time so I don't have to deal with fucking this up. Yep, we're good. If you are not signed up, it is now officially too late. So thank you for everyone that did sign up. All right, 156.pdf. The Witch of the Magic Shop, Datura, or the Occultic Janshi. I stand beneath the million-colored sun, the beach 1,000,000 naked skulls, the sea of dreams where universes rot, colossi adamant, and dead do leer, and grin and strange incantations utter against me and abominate my way a flock of waxen wights upon my call. With rubrous claws now grasp my arms and soar upon their ether, weird and cold and cry, and gibber mouthless wails of love and death. I shriek, a crimson lie to pay my way. The dead colossi curse my swift escape. And up into the grim abysm where frozen stars weep luminescent blood, like ivory, and show me dooms of worlds. What the fuck? Incarnate. I don't even know that word. And azure serpents leap and swallow miasmatic galaxies. I spy the planet ashen, cold, and gray, the burnt-out sun's faint ring of red and gold. I'm left with waxen slime upon my arms, Dunsanian mountains pale and blue and dark, where elfland perished long and long ago, lie still and silent neath my leper's feet. Tenebrous corals light my way with sick and verdant radium bulbs, like signs which point below and down into a vast and shadowed plain, where deathless sprites still play, but laugh a mirthless laugh of bleak despite, and flabby hogshead beasts do roam and squeal, and spiders winged and bloated guide my steps, while strange and nameless tendriled beasts do writhe beneath my sight and squelch like shadowed filth and venom stares engraved in stone descend. Upon the plain end I arrive on waste, and oh my god, I can't fucking do this. I'm struggling with this because there's no punctuation. And blasted soil my guides proceed and fly into a shining pyramid where once a great redoubt did stand, but now a tomb too old for bones or dust to rest, and all is still and sterile silent cleanliness. I hurry in and conjure crimson flame to light my way, and down I go into enshadowed haunts beneath the earth to find the dear one I've come searching for, and made my parents so strange and paid with scarlet lies. Enduring hate from dead colossi grim, and crossed the stars of time's last days, and left the sea of dreams where universes once were born and lived for two of us, and down into the womb where sunshine never shone. I find that silent country still and sweet, where deathlight gleams eternally from cracks, or deeper hells where beats the heart of earth, but faintly and my winged guides wait. In that unearthly glow I go to them, and we traverse the road of leprous bone, where dead colossi loom to left and right, and make a silent curse upon where with stony lips that never move to speak their hate aloud. Amidst the crumbling sward there stands Herdias, the emerald child of brain and spawn, of soul as if asleep too lifelessly, too coldly for corruption there upon the slab of mammoth, ivory and gems, from universes in the sea of dreams. My time is short, I must begin my rite. Invoking nameless shadows from beyond, the bleeding stars I chant a song of doom and desolation, calling dismal hues, and charnel winds up from the deeper hells. And lightning from the pyramid does crash, cacophony of fire beasts on Mars, and caterwauling on the shores of dried out oceans that were old when life begun, and evil gods on Venus roar their wrath in pestilential jungles, green with rot. 1,000 unreal insects crawl invisibly and trample down the sward. But there upon the slab of ivory the emerald child lies still and cold and pale. The invocation perishes upon my lips, and the ill earth glow grows faint and dim. The silent country lies all too dark, all dark and dead. The burrowing of quiet worms beneath the soil resounds like thunder in the gloom, and dead colossi soundlessly pronounce a nameless doom. They gather malachite and rubies, boulder-like in pearls, the size of thunderheads, and hurl them at the slab. I snatch them from the air and build my desperate hand of and 13 stones of green. I have and only need one more. The dead colossi raise up pillars from the earth with wounds as red as agony upon the stone. They cast the like javelins, first one, then two. The pillars come streaking toward the slab. The emerald child leers dragon-like and sneers my 13 stones of verdant green. I turn into a spear to wield against my weird. But pillars without pity strike like doom, and cast it from my hand and drive me back upon a crack o'er deep unearthly hells, where half-crazed chimeras creep forever, worship half-blind madness twice a day. And into these I fell and loop there still. Jesus Christ. Oh, very nice, very nice. Here's the official TO OC critique. I'm getting mad the Nightland vibes from this. I don't know if you guys have read that. Go read that. It's kind of good. Crazy what those people from like 1910 or something were thinking up. Okay, what do we got next? Okay, 157, so there's two versions of this. The ones that I uploaded were censored because I didn't want to get banned for potential terms of service, etc. The title of this was Momohina Must Escape the Bathhouse, or like the mixed bathhouse or something. The text document in here has a link to the mega. You can download the uncensored version, but the censored version is what I'll play on stream.
皆さん、こんにちはなのです。お茶会用に紅茶を持ってきたのです。ポンなのです。ポンなのです。
Whoops. Can't show that in a Christian manga. I don't know if any keys will change this or looks like F2 or something. But yeah, you just run around as Hinamomo and shoot things until they go away. Sometimes you can get Haku, Hatsu, Shun power-ups. Give it a go. Okay, let's see, 158.png. Very nice. Next one's 159.jpg. For you Deki Nais out there, this says Jihaika. Next, 160.gif. Look at this hag. We've got 161.png. Very nice. How do I turn off the fucking autoplay? I don't know. That didn't work. Alright, well, whatever. 162.jpg. Mahjong Soul, the movie. And then I think 163 is something else. Next up is 163.mp4.
私を気持ちよくしてくださるラッキーパーソンはどなた？妻。たとえ神に見放されようとも大三元役満。
Okay, next up is 164.jpg. Look at this hag. Uh, 165.png. Now, I haven't made this, but there are instructions that are provided in the gallery. Let me pull those up. Okay. So 2 ounces of gin, 3/4 ounce honey syrup, 3/4 ounce lemon juice, 1/2 ounce whisked matcha, and 1 egg white. Whisk matcha powder with hot water. I did 1 tablespoon per 2 ounce hot water until no clumps remain. Add the gin, honey syrup, lemon juice, whisked matcha, and the egg white into a cocktail shaker. Dry shake the ingredients without ice for about 30 seconds. After this, add ice cubes to the shaker and shake again for 10 to 12 seconds. Strain the drink into a cocktail glass and garnish with matcha powder. Honey syrup, to make that, 1 ounce honey, 1 ounce hot water. Add the honey and water into a small pan over medium heat and stir until the honey dissolves. Let it cool in the fridge. I did get some privileged information that if you want to get this cool Hatsu thing on there, all you have to do for that is make a template like out of paper. Use a laser cutter, Cricut, or something to cut the Hatsu pattern, or do it by hand if you're a real gamer. And then just sift the matcha powder over that on top. Looks tasty. If anyone makes it, let me know. Next up, 166.png. Okay, next up, 167.png. Ron. 168.png. Sorry, the last one was .jpeg. Um, Important to note on this one, the file name that was originally submitted was Juanjiro. Let's find 169. 169 is a video. 169.mp4. Love me some Saki Kino. Next up is 170.pdf. Alright, this one, luckily, T.O. knew that he would have to read, and I did prepare a voiceover for this, so I'm just going to play that. The Whale by Anon. Pillars tripartite face menacingly south, token feline tender, rich in nothing if not enthusiasm. Lamb for a slaughter. A cross, imposing, fat and valuable, adorned in gilt and gaudy dress, higher its price less it hides, not all are equally invested. Yet one table is shared. Parity's fragile beginning, odds being seemingly the same, how could it not be fair? Yellow fool's gold under a misnomer, helpless, defiant, with a belief that prowess will let him pull through. 13 strangers, each with their agenda, disharmony of smooth ceramic on felt, the redundant are abandoned. Danger glistens in the corner. Though shape shine should not fight, it is prudent lest you wish to pace blind through a minefield. Reaching hand attempts to grasp the unscalable wall, it smiles, oftentimes a friend, today very much not so. Nevertheless, the desperate crawl toward the ideal shapes until someone collects the spoils in a Sisyphean fashion once more. Fried poultry, no cigar, though barely in reach many times, feels almost as hopeful as if, but still just on the edge, laden in both abstract and material sway of the meat, luscious blubber, stars perfectly insulate from the adversity that reigns. No harpoon compass, only desperation, an unrequited antagonism. Frustratingly impotent, he is no captain, though he imagines, much like a deep-sea leviathan, carefree it sinks or swims, frequently ebbs and flows, and by its nature simply rolls. Okay, next up we have 171.mp4.
Short one nose. Short one nose.
Okay, 172.png. Any Lily enjoyers in the house? Anyone? Anyone? Uh, 173.zip. Which one was this one? Oh yeah, we got two versions of this.
It's a piece of cake to bake a pretty cake. If the way is hazy, you gotta do the cooking by the book. You know you can't be lazy. Never use a messy recipe. The cake will end up crazy. If you do the cooking by the book, then you'll have a cake. We gotta have it made. You know that I love cake. Finally, it's time to make a cake.
Making food is just like science, with tools that blend and base. And every fun appliance gives the food a different taste.
It's a piece of cake to bake a pretty cake. If the way is hazy, you gotta do the cooking by the book. You know you can't be lazy. Never use a messy recipe. The cake will end up crazy. If you do the cooking by the book, then you'll have a cake. We gotta have it made. You know that I love cake. Finally, it's time to make a cake. We gotta have it made. You know that I love cake. Finally, it's time to make a. You gotta do the cooking by the book.
Okay, so now you've listened to English. Go ahead and tell me that this next one is a real fucking language. Like, I don't believe this shit. This is made up.
Sich an Kuchen zu versuchen, das ist schwer. Wisst ihr, was ich meine? Zum Kuchenbacken muss ein Kochbuch her. Das geht nicht von alleine. Kleckert mit dem Teig nicht allzu sehr. Ihr wisst schon, was ich meine. Bringt doch mal die Backanleitung her. Dass der Teig gelingt, das wollen wir unbedingt. Das Kochbuch sagt uns an, wie man eine Torte backen kann.
In der Küche zuzupacken ist abenteuerlich. Und so ist auch das Backen eine Wissenschaft für sich.
Sich an Kuchen zu versuchen, das ist schwer. Wisst ihr, was ich meine? Zum Kuchenbacken muss ein Kochbuch her. Das geht nicht von alleine. Kleckert mit dem Teig nicht allzu sehr. Ihr wisst schon, was ich meine. Bringt doch mal die Backanleitung her. Dass der Teig gelingt, das wollen wir unbedingt. Das Kochbuch sagt uns an, wie man eine Torte backen kann. Backt alle mit und singt, wir wollen unbedingt, dass uns diese Torte gut geht. Zum Kuchenbacken muss ein Kochbuch her. Klingt. Sich an Kuchen zu versuchen.
Yeah, I don't believe that. I don't believe that for a fucking minute. There's no way that there's like a whole country that does that shit. Okay, next up marks the start of the CK episode. This is 174.png. We've got Rosenmaiden Furitend, Janku, Suginto My Beloved. Okay, and then next up after that is 175.png. Fun with a pencil. I hope you people have been practicing your Loomis reps for arts and crafts. Your circle drawing skills will be evaluated next year, so, you know, just be warned. 176.png. I can't believe Procrastination Bros just like kept winning, and I don't know, like you had a bonus 2 hours this year. 177.png. Got some hat keto. Okay, 178 is an MP4.
ねえ久しぶりまた会えたね元気にしていたかななんてね嬉しくて恥ずかしいねねあれでもないこれでもない細かいところ気にしても気づくかなそれなりによそ行きにしてみたの大胆に攻めてみる似合う場所はないけれど一か八それは無理あったかも君との物語多すぎる選択肢いい加減覚悟決めてヒロインだから私愛がなきゃやだ愛じゃなきゃやだ私だって君を愛してテンプレ通りの濃くて伏線張るのもどうなんだって悩んで悩んで悩んでこのねあの子の中愛がなきゃやだ愛じゃなきゃやだ忘れないで約束だよやっぱり冗談嘘でもいいやっぱり本当は本当がいいなお願いしますねえ久し
Very nice, very cute, thank you. Okay, 178.mp4. Next up is 179.pdf. Fun with Mahjong. Oh, yeah, we can do this. One second. What are the fun Mahjong words that we can find? Set this up real quick. What can we highlight? Ah. VTuber. Oh, I'll be frank. Oh, any M1 loopers in the chat? Yeah. It's Freyren? I'm sure she's up next for the collab, right? Ooh, Auto Coco? Any Uma enjoyers out there? I've been told that Uma Pyo, the Pyo should be there. I don't know. Cormo with the second to last O in the top row. Okay. Am I retarded that I can't see it? I think I am. I can't even find the Tanya. Oh yeah, Asapin. Ooh, friendly. Yeah. That's a good one. Cry in the fourth row. Is there Guelo? There is Guelo. With the O in the first row down. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, UGR. That's a good one. Good find. Where the fuck was Koromo? I'm not seeing it. Oh yeah, TO here. Oh yeah, Koromo. Okay. Uh, oh, it is Amaya Koromo. Wow. Okay. Just fucking. Oh no, I'm looking. I'm looking there. Tanyao is second vertical. Oh yeah. Tanyao. There's another user. There's two users. User. There's three users allegedly. There's another user. They're everywhere. Poco? There was a Poco somewhere. Allegedly. Poco. So diagonal under VTuber. Pung. Oh, just Mahjong in third column? Just straight up Mahjong? Wow. Yeah. I'm calling that, like, I'm handing that in. Hold on, let's see if what Tio thinks. Very nice. All right, so that was 179. $180. This is an MP4.
ご主人、おかえりな。役ってなんだにゃ。私はいつも勘で打ってるんだ。って香りにゃ。守りっぱなしでつまんないにゃ。ご主人、私の昼ご飯はにゃにゃ。くれるのかな。ご主人、私今日もいい子にしてたにゃ。ぽんにゃぽんにゃぽんにゃぽんにゃぽんにゃ。ろんにゃ。あんにゃお。ぽんにゃぽんにゃぽんにゃぽんにゃ。ろんにゃ。おいつま。ぽんにゃぽんにゃぽんにゃぽんにゃ。ろんにゃ。といとい、ドラ猫。ぽんにゃぽんにゃぽんにゃ。ご主人、おかえりな。役ってなんだにゃ。私はいつも勘で打ってるんだ。って香りにゃ。守りっぱなしでつまんないにゃ。ご主人、私の昼ご飯はにゃにゃにゃ。くれるのかな。ご主人、私今日もいい子にしてたにゃ。ぽんにゃぽんにゃぽんにゃぽんにゃぽんにゃ。ろんにゃ。あんにゃお。ぽんにゃぽんにゃぽんにゃぽんにゃ。ろんにゃ。おいつま。ぽんにゃぽんにゃぽんにゃぽんにゃ。ろんにゃ。といとい、ドラ猫。ぽんにゃぽんにゃぽんにゃ。ご主人、おかえりにゃ。役ってなんだにゃ。私はいつも勘で打ってるんだ。って香りにゃ。守りっぱなしでつまんないにゃ。ご主人、私の昼ご飯はにゃにゃにゃ。くれるのかにゃ。ご主人、私今日もいい子にしてたにゃ。ぽんにゃぽんにゃぽんにゃぽんにゃぽんにゃ。ろんにゃ。あんにゃお。ぽんにゃぽんにゃぽんにゃぽんにゃ。ろんにゃ。おいつま。ぽんにゃぽんにゃぽんにゃぽんにゃ。ろんにゃ。といとい、ドラ猫。ぽんにゃぽんにゃぽんにゃ。
隠し13面マッチダブル役目
ご主人、おかえりにゃ。役
Okay, very nice, very nice. 181 is a .rar. Like, okay, who the fuck uses .rar in current year, but we'll go with it. I don't remember which one this is. Oh, yeah, okay. I was not able to get this running. So this, it appears to be a Minecraft mod. If any of you have Minecraft, the Java version of it, I don't think I do because of fucking when Microsoft changed and like they split the Minecraft and Bedrock version of mine. Point being, I downloaded Java Sirs for the first time in forever, and now this fucking entry is gonna have like the Java update Java pop up come up for me, and I'm gonna ignore it for the next year at least. And I didn't even get anything out of it. But there are instructions for how, like, the appropriate mod requirements in Minecraft version that you need to run this. I would be very curious what this is and what this looks like. So you will have to, if you do have Java Minecraft, or like can pirate it, download it, do whatever, report back, because I have no idea what the fuck this is. Yeah, real. Didn't include a Docker container with Java installed? I don't know. Only the mod and skins are part of my submission. The server, yeah, they are hosting a server. So if you have the ability to connect up with this, go check it out, see what it is. I know that in the files, there's a little bit of details that we can check out beforehand. I don't know, there's the fucking, whatever the jar, like, Java file is that is needed there. Skins, okay, let's check out what we got. Looks like there's a Hanner skin. Hibikex. Fujitakana. Muscle Cat. We got Drunk in here. And we got Sprout. Very cute. Tio, somebody said in the thread 180 isn't in the gallery. I will fix that. You know what? Let's fix that right now. Please be patient. It is not. I fucked up. Okay. 182.png. ドラをよこせ。Next up is 183.zip. And 183.zip is a zip file that contains 3 images. The continuation of the CK episode. That's a lot of tunes. And also contains tasty.txt. Please enjoy tasty mahjong tiles. They were more fun eating than making. Okay, next up is 184.mov.
それは世界の終焉であり新たなる始まりでもあるのだった。アライアライベースベースベースパスパスパスアライアライベースベースパスパスベースパスベース果てないムーン内天国地獄の狭間で出会った天使と悪魔と天使と悪魔と天使と悪魔が集って踊れば天国地獄のない地獄に天国地獄の狭間で出会った天使と悪魔の天使と悪魔と天使と悪魔が集って踊れば
All right. 185 is up next. Who's that? 185.png. Artchan's tournament. Okay, next up is a 186.zip. Oh, I gotta extract this. Okay. 187 is a zip that contains multiple image files. Let's see, the title of this one was I went back to read the Achiga finals for inspiration and realized I forgot she switches outfits with Ako, Curse Shizu. .bng. Okay, 188.jpg. Oh, I forgot about this one. There's fucking shitload to read here. Yeah, implying I'll read all this. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to read all this. On second thought, oh, I've played it. That's where you remove the pairs from the top. Chinese dominoes? Having a hard time distinguish 5 and 6 mon tiles. Confusing the direction of dismounting at the wall. Dismounting the wall? Collecting pairs to call pawns. Can I call chi off 3 wins? Panic induce discards. What happens if 2 people pawn the same tile? I have to read RB1? Can't operate or navigate without Xenia's instructions. Furitan? What's that? Do I need to buy a combination card? Accidentally hitting Yakuman in the first 5 matches, not seeing it for the next 1,000 of games straight. The foundations of Mahjong, nagging the other naggers. Chi, Pong, Kan! We just have to adapt right now. Is here because of the Mahjong anime. Dueling and fighting for Yakuman with 9 tiles for it when all the opponents have Riichi'd. Jong. Play by field, yeah? Free sex button. Get patrolled by Watson for Mahjong crimes, misclick calls. Beta Ori, what's that? Furiten cat. Wareme mode. Scottish Sheep, Bravo posting. Stuck in Silver Room. It is what it is. Doko Koko. Dora hunting. Press that shiny button. Yagging. 3 Dora mode. 80% call rate. Luck shitting. Janshi's. Open hand immediately. Black bar sensor on eyes. Tanyoing all the way into Gold Room. Okay. Now here, this is the water line. Entire Doko. Yeah. Doko posters called out. Soul Punch mode. Another gacha to get addicted to. Flow is the most important thing in Mahjong. Sanma. Beta Ori if it's for betas. Open hand, get Yaku later. Intentionally. Tile efficiency. Yui's glue. Riichi Nomi hands. Every TO ever. I'm feeling called out. Intermediate player hole. Seeding is a skill. Learning the entire history of Mahjong by heart. Con hunting. Damage to the human spirit. Karaoke posting. Occult Mahjong. West round. Taking the latest RB chapters seriously. I play Riichi City for plot. Glorious day. Akagi playmat and tiles. West round. Punished Miko. What would you discard? Becoming the famous Janshi. Racist Tanner, Nazi Hana. Telly. Playing in Chink language without understanding it. Poco posting. Famous Hags 5-pin Aka. Emoting certain reaction before winning every time. Repo Mato. Finally getting interested in Beta Ori and Suji because it sounds cool. Smurfing. L7447. Signing up on every Mahjong service available. 5th GG. Stream sniping. Mooncake.mp3. Using efficiency aid mods. Fake Bun and Gremlin rivalry roleplay. Posting screen caps with names. IRC butt-fucking circle. The day Asian baggies got NTR'd. Grooming. Fuck this place. Grooming younger siblings through MGJ repo. 20 seconds until Roan pause. Summer camp. Yakuman hunting. Stalking real-life players in Twitter and online games. Emote spam in rank to tilt opponents. You should do that. Detective rivalry. Trolling cats for being shitters while being a shitter in gold yourself. Chasing your Mahjong crush everywhere. Jane posting, fake room posting, Dama hatting. Khan! Rank looping. Mailroom, sand snorting idol. Suji's a meme and works very occasionally. Fapping on the latest Saki character designs. Intentional furry 10 because Sumo is 100% calculated. UGR. Deep reading of PNS. Bloodshed skirmish. Zeroman 7Z. Koito big win. Dopyan, Imoto posting, Ikeim posting, leveling both Sanma and Yonma to expert and higher at the same time. Xenia was a gooner from the beginning, collabs, emote roleplay, Path of Trial as warm-up, Lolly of the Week, Damaten when in mood for fun, Washizu auto table tourney, Mentaru. Sora and Momo are Sawaoko's kids despite Dora Ichimon 028. Pon no Michi, mastering the Dora roulette. Ako posting and Miko posting. Meme Sura mode. Not advising newcomers on the RB1. Wailing and failing unlike free-to-play Anons. Sarah. Asapin cat playstyle. Advising newcomers the RB1. Playing drunk. Luck is a skill. Minecraft captains. Playing with actual old hags outdoors IRL, speedrunning hands, resorting to Copebot, never learn how to count fu, become Mahjong Association president, seal clubbing, always making a formal tenpai to get no 10 payment, Sanma, mortal botting, Riichi is a meme, Shant Soku, Mentanpin is better than Yakuman, alternative not tile naming, Taxi, etc. Aru's filling form job. Disguised own discard pond. Crazy Kura Frank killing Mahjong. Riichi is a meme. Ranked anxiety. Tips are still on. Chinese Valentine Day Shota. Ranked anxiety. 3D PD Mahjong porn. Bucket crab syndrome. The man who shat in the hat. Recreating cheating tricks from Mahjong anime and movies. That is actually very hard. Tanyoing all the way to throne. Strive keyboard. Maining swimsuit Igarashi Haruna to tilt opponents. Playing both Riichi and MCR and using strategy of each in both games. Joker and his relationships with Yakumans. 20 plus Honba. 4-hour Hanchans. 6! Yakus aren't important. Fake Koromo. Unyun time. 1,000+ matches played. Friendlies only. Not trying any other modes ever. Majsol is rigged against the pros. Romo posting. Kodromo posting. Fish overdose. Hatkagi jailed for straight Shota. Tame Ronin in real life games. Dama all hands except those with 4 plus 5 sided weight and honor or terminal weight Chitoi. Cynthia Snuff. Joseph's English Japanese phrase book. Sanma Celestial. Scrabble Mahjong. Charleston requires high skill. Porfag Washizu Serial Box Mahjong. This depth is 1/3 of Fuji's real age, and June 4th. Fuck. Yeah, implying I'll read all of this. Okay, yeah. Next up is 189.png. Any Ayoko enjoyers out there? Anyone? 190.png. .png. By Anonymous, Cat Stretching 2025, MS on Paint, Sex with Haruna. Uh, 192.png. Yeah, little did this particular creator know that it was actually 0159 on the 7th, but how could they know? 193.png. Now this is Hanners. We got Akagi. But most importantly, we have my wife. She's so cute. .png. Mahjong. Let's see, what is 195? 195, I think, is the terminal game. Yes. Okay, so if you want to run this, there is an executable, or you can do the readme if you want, read that. To run the script, you'll need to pip install Mahjong, but that should be it. It turns out it did just work, but there are some things that are not implemented. This is licensed under the MJG Gunnar public license. I don't know what that means. If you are interested in this, definitely take a look in here. If you know Python at all, it's kind of interesting. You can see what the class Bakyo does. But without further ado, I will start it up. So after intense efforts and adventures, you've finally gained access to the exclusive and secretive Shadow Mistress Association, and you were even able to amass a hefty collection of UGR medallions. You present your emblem of membership and a medallion to the receptionist, who verifies their validity and tells you to wait in room 104, which is down the hall and downstairs. You go to room 104. There is an automatic mahjong table in the center of the room with 2 seats facing each other. Off to the side, there is a bed in the shape of a heart and a nightstand with refreshments and protection on top. To the other side, you see there is a shower available. Nothing is immediately interesting or useful to you, so you take a seat by the table and wait. As your anticipation reaches its peak, a woman in a red bodysuit enters the room. You devour her with your eyes, starting from her bountiful chest and deep cleavage. You then move on to appreciating her slim waist and wide hips. and how her clothing emphasizes those features, especially the white thigh-high socks. She clears her throat, at which point you finally look up to her face. Her rabbit headband completes the fetishistic look, and her large blue eyes and glossy lips combine to form the impression of candy. Thank you for choosing the Super Virtual Mahjong Challenge. My name is Suzume, and I'll be your opponent for the night. The two of us will play 1v1 Mahjong until one of us runs out of points. If you run out of points, you lose a life. For you, you can buy a life with one UGR medallion. For me, my lives correspond to the clothes I'm wearing. As she talks, she walks closer to you and then sits on top of the table facing you. Then, she extends her foot before your face, at which point you notice the sticker on it labeled 1. My shoes are my first life. So if you can kill me once, these come off. And if you can make me run out of lives, I'll be totally at your mercy. You sweep your eyes over her body again, noticing a sticker labeled 2 on her socks and a sticker labeled 3 on the suit itself. She steps down from the table and walks over to the other side, but her feminine aroma lingers around you. This might be the toughest battle yet. After clarifying some of the minutiae of the Mahjong scoring rules that you'll be playing with, as well as the fact that each time she revives, she returns with more points than before, you indicate that you are ready to begin. Suzume smiles. Awesome, let's begin. So now you can select D for draw, B for Bakio, S for Suzume, and Q for quit. So we'll start with Suzume. Her eyes are focused on your tiles, waiting for your discard. She smiles briefly when your eyes meet. You're getting a great view of her breast when she leans forward to draw from your wall. Okay, well, let's take a look at the Bakio. We're in East 1, repeat 0, door indicator 9S, player 5,000, opponent 5,000, discards none. And then it lists out your tiles for your hand. So the next step is we draw. We drew 2 mon. Next up, just discard, D for discard again. And then you get to select what you want to discard. Fuck Chun. No, fuck Nan. One S. And then you go through and play Futari Mahjong. I'm not going to go through and do a full game. It takes a while, but you can go ahead and try this if you're interested. You go through and play Mahjong. There's more dialogue to go based on this. Pretty neat. There's also some interesting stuff, like I said, in the Python code that you can take a look at and see how this game was constructed. Pretty neat. Definitely try it for yourself. Okay, submissions numbered. Where were we at? So that was 195. 196.png is next. Never Goon. Oh no, Xenia Bros. Okay, next up is 197, the conclusion of the MJG CK episode. We get the Ichihime roll cake. Oh, look, it even has the bells. Isn't that fun? Tasty. Mahjong tiles for breakfast. Complete with Tanyao Nomi. Okay, next is 198.png. +1 Kodomo. 6th MJG Riichi Arts and Crafts Tournament quality improved. 199.png. Hibikex forgot to make go to a C, as usual. And then 200.pdf is our last one. So this is Anand's Guide to Janso for Dumb Fucks. If you are ever interested in playing with an actual real Japanese Janso experience, this guide will help you a lot. I know a lot of people out there have probably read the Janso Abroad blog post from one of those English-speaking mahjong bloggers that described their experience going to a Janso, but that was a little bit outdated. This is definitely more thorough, more practical, and more recent. So this is definitely something worth reading through, especially if you want to go play in person in Japan. There's a lot of information in here that you will need to know if to basically not look like an idiot when you're doing it, or just if you're curious about how mahjong is played for the average Japanese salaryman, in person. Definitely read through it because there's a lot of information here. One of the things that there is a caveat in here, most important, you have to have at least some basic understanding of spoken Japanese language to communicate with the staff at the place and the opponents that you're playing with. Don't just go there expecting to speak English, because you will most likely be shown the door pretty quick. It describes the different types of Janso and the different rates. So free, set, no rate, and then rate, and then the different styles of Janso that you can expect to be able to go to in Japan, and either go with friends or go by yourself. And it classifies them pretty nicely, gives some recommendations for locations as well as typical layouts. So this is the interior of one of the more classy Jansos in Shinbashi, as it's described. Pretty spacious, pretty nice looking, upscale, etc. And then description of the equipment that you'll use there, how to work an auto table, how to what to press and when, as well as general table ethics and how to not be an idiot. So that's pretty cool. And then there are some rules overview. This one is probably the most important in my opinion, because we are, at least in the Western community playing online, most oftentimes playing with a lot of the just standard Mashsol rules and stuff. And in reality, a lot of these Jansos are playing with some absolutely batshit stuff that we would think is crazy, such as Honbo 1500. Yeah, that's a thing. So it will instantly change how you play the game, and that's just kind of common. There's a lot of different rule sets, blue Aka, fucking gold Aka, Haku Pochi, all this other shit that we don't have the option to really toggle on in Mashsol, and is kind of just it's a normal thing over there in these different Jansos. So definitely read through that, because that's also an interesting perspective to get. Shugi, fuck Shugi. Shugi's gay, but a lot of people enjoy that. This is the TO speaking, by the way. Turns out Shugi is not gay, because it makes these Janso a lot of money, and boomers like Shugi. I don't know. I don't get it. But Shugi's a thing. There's an explanation of what that is here. Great info to have. Manners. Again, don't be a fucking idiot. Read through this before you go. And then there is an extensive section here for Janso recommendations. Definitely go through and read that if you are interested in physically going to Japan and playing with your friends, playing with strangers. There's information on where you can do all of that here. That's more up to date than any of the other guides that I know of out there in the web right now for English speakers. Very cool stuff. Yeah, we're all gonna make it, bros. Don't get discouraged if one place tells you to fuck off. It could happen. But yeah, really cool. I'm glad that this was made. I think this should probably be added to the repo in the guide section after this. But yeah, this is seems like there was a lot of work that was put into this one. And with that, that is the conclusion of the gallery stream. So next step for me, I have a lot of work to do to generate the voting website, and then hopefully, as I said, the fucking tournament organization site is back up either later today or by the time I wake up tomorrow morning. Check back later and see if the tournament is actually going on this weekend or if we're going to be delaying to next weekend. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to vote, and when the vote is released, that will be published to the thread. There will be a link that gets pasted into the spreadsheet and a link that gets pasted in the tournament document when the voting page is updated. The gallery, there will be 2 mirrors. The first is going to be the files.riichi.moe one. I'll upload that to or update that in the document, and then also there's a mirror for my Google Drive version that'll be there too. In case you want to download anything, you should. I again encourage you to go through and play through the interactive stuff. Yeah, and any other questions, find me on IRC, ping me. I will probably not be readily available for the next 10-ish hours, and then I got work after that, so it'll be sporadic, but expect to hear an announcement from me about what we're doing with the tournament in like 9 or 10 hours. Thank you.